Now then, people, it's Joe. It's all Leeds TV. It's funky shirt Friday, man. Summer, sun. It's about 26, 7 degrees, so why not get your summer shirts out? It's a bit loud, it's a bit proud, but who cares, right? So, guys, it's another video. It's another transfer and news update. And you know what? I'm really excited to bring you this one. And the reason why is because we've now got some links with genuine weight behind them. I've mentioned to you before, we do get a lot of paper guff. I mean, look at the state of this that came out yesterday. I even said myself, you're taking the piss, right? Leeds planning a double transfer swoop for Fabian Delph and Danny Rose. Fabian Delph's about 40-year-old. I know the nostalgia view to it, but it's just not happening. And Danny Rose is about 2 Wainmans above weight. Can you imagine Danny Rose trying to strip down to Bielsa levels? It's just not happening, and it's really poor transfer guff coming from the Daily Star. But what else can you expect? They're only famous for tits, right? I believe that's the case. Some genuine news, though. Genuine news coming out. That Ryan Edmondson is off to Aberdeen on loan until January. Leeds United are looking at a contract renewal for the striker. That one's interesting. At least we're going to get him on a new contract. That leads me to believe that Bielsa is still a fan, just doesn't think he's quite ready. Or maybe the club are keeping on to him for that ultimate time when Bielsa does move on and someone else might look at Edmondson, because there's clearly a player there. And it's nice to see someone like Ryan actually going out on loan, because I think he should have gone on loan sooner, if I'm being totally honest, guys. And I do think more will follow suit, i.e. Robbie Gotts, Mateus Bogus, etc., etc. But that's that out of the way. As I said, that's the guff out of the way in terms of the Daily Sport. We now have some genuine news coming out from the Oracle himself, Sir Philip of Hay. He's done an Athletic article today just discussing the Leeds United links and the transfer window as a whole and what's in that. So you're going to see a lot of that article flashing up, guys. I'll have a read through for you because, as I said, I know a lot of our viewers, especially abroad, etc., don't quite get to see this on a daily basis. So let's bring it to you. And I'm really excited to be able to do that. The Athletic is a top newspaper forum. It's a subscription-based forum. But listen, when you've got writers like Phil here at the helm, it's well worth the monthly subscription that you pay. And I do know you can get a load of deals. I think Talking Short, Square Ball, LS11, they all have links for you to be able to get a reduction on that, if indeed. I think Square Ball and Talking Short might even be 50% off, guys. So go listen to their pods, as always. Leeds United content, or Owl Are We. Listen to that, get yourself a discount, get onto Phil here and read these articles, because honestly, they're genuine and to the point. So let's start with this then. So there's a little bit at the start of the article just talking about Edison Cavani, and now we need to get down to the real word and down at Ellen Road. They're thinking more modestly, and it comes out there that we're after 4 or 5 signings. I know I've mentioned before 5 or 6, but it looks around 4 or 5. Basically, the Bielsa feels that the team wouldn't really need a rebuild as such. He needs an investment, but as a whole, we'll go at the top division with much the same squad that we had done before. So anyone that's expecting, you know, wholesale changes, it's not going to happen at Leeds United. At the end of the day, I mean, we've won the championship by 10 points, as it says in the article. And from Bielsa's perspective, he believes that there isn't that much of a step up, and the group of players that we've got are good enough to cope with that. Whether or not you agree or disagree, but I think we can all be safe to say that there isn't going to be wholesale changes at Ellen Road. I think we all knew that anyway. 4, 5, 6 signings, whether or not that includes Costa and Harrison, I'm hopeful it doesn't. But let's wait and see. Further on, it goes on to touch on the goalkeeper situation and, of course, the signing of Ilyan Meslier. And I know we at All Leeds TV have mentioned this to you previously. The Athletic have been told that Leeds have a long-standing interest as a backup, Emilio Martinez. And of course, we've mentioned previously Manchester United's number 2, Sergio Romero, guys. And that's the one for me that I would be going after, because as me and Oscar have discussed previously, I know Ramsdale's been mentioned at Bournemouth. Martinez is someone we're interested in were last summer, who's at Arsenal, so that would be a loan. But then 2 are young keepers for me, and we have a young keeper in Ilyan Meslier that we've signed on a permanent deal. So for me, I would be going after Sergio Romero if we can make that happen. You know, experienced, really top-level goalkeeper. probably wage fees, but listen, we've done it before when the Kiko deal was happened. No one would have thought that we can get that over the line. And I look at someone like Romero, Argentinian, that South American link, and maybe that is someone we can look at. And the fact that Phil Hayes reporting it, this is why I wanted to bring this to you. It's got genuine weight. That's why I haven't gone through a lot of the sporadic and not so great links today. I focus heavily on the Phil Hay article because you know that what he's reporting is going to be 100% on point, or thereabouts. But yeah, keep it locked to All Leeds TV as well, guys. I don't know if you know, but Tasha's brother is a goalkeeping coach. They are going to do us a video later on just discussing the attributes and the highs and lows and the good and bad points of Ramsdale, Martinez and Romero, and to see who would fit our style of play best. So make sure you keep it locked to All Leeds TV for that. It then also does go on to discuss striking options. It does say in the article, to be fair, that Bielsa sees Bamford leading the line and taking a lot of that on, but he's also wary of the fact that we don't convert as many chances as we should. And the reason this excites me, because I didn't really see it happen, but you can see there on the article, I'll leave that up there for you guys, the fact that we rate Ollie Watkins and we rate Alexander Mitrovic. Now, they see qualities in him which would suit Bielsa's tactics: strong link-up play, slick finishing, and a clear contribution to a high expected goals figure. And that's what Mitrovic brings you. He contributes in similar ways to Bamford, but with a considerably better conversion. And that's what we're after. So, guys, I want to know from you guys in the comments, who do you want to win that playoff final? Because we know now it's Fulham or it's Brentford. So whoever goes up, it's clear they're not getting rid. If Fulham go up, they're keeping Mitrovic. If Brentford go up, they're keeping Watkins. So I want to know from you guys in the comments, which one of them do you want to go up, and therefore would you like to pillage? I think for me, guys, if I'm being totally honest, I would like Mitrovic. He's a Leeds-esque style player, so let Brentford go up. But also, I must caveat to that, it does go on and say that we are linked with side Benrahma, another contender for the Championship Player of the Year award. Strengths beyond his goals, as there's charts in the article that show you just how much he can bring to this team with the creation of chances, ambitious passing of the ball, and we know he likes an effort, at goal. And Leeds believe that Benrahma, in particular, could be secured for less than 20 million, guys. And of course, they've linked there Eze as well, but I believe Eze could be on his way to West Ham. But listen, if you can get Benrahma for 20 million, if Brentford don't go up, that's a steal. So maybe you look at it and think, right, let's hope Fulham win and we can take Watkins and Benrahma. That would be a steal, right? But it's really interesting to see this coming out from Phil here, because I genuinely didn't think we'd be in there. If I'm being totally honest, I can only give you my honest opinion. The fact Phil here's, he's got his ear close to the ground, close to the club, and that one excites me. So let me know, guys, who do you want to go up? Therefore, who do you want to take with you to the Premier League? Also, there is a link to Sean Wainman, Israeli striker at Wolfsburg in the Australian Bundesliga. First time I've heard, first time he's been linked. So, I thought that would flash up. I've not seen anyone even bring that to you yet. He scored 30 times in 31 league appearances and excels when it comes to link-up play and producing a high volume of shots on goal. As with Watkins, he is comparable to Bamford and relatively young, having turned 24. So that is Sean Wainman, guys, playing in the Austrian league, and someone that could be an option. There is also a link to Ronan Curtis at Portsmouth. He scored 14 goals in all competitions as his club made this season's League One playoffs. It's another potential match on paper, but it would mean that we would rely heavily on youth, look like a Joe Gelhardt, like a Ronan Curtis. But again, it's another one that I have seen linked for the first time, so thought I would get them up. Guys, it's exciting. These ones that aren't even mentioned, Phil is reporting them, so it's got weight to it. So watch this space with, of course, Wainman and Ronan Curtis, guys. Also, he goes on to say, look, Ben White is Leeds United's #1 target. He is the one they want to get over the line. He's been linked with top 6 sides. Obviously, City have gone out and spent 41 million on Ake. Are they looking at Koulibaly? Koulibaly's also been linked with Man United. You've then got Liverpool looking at Lloyd Kelly, can play at left back, but also covering at centre back. So maybe that knocks them out of the picture. it would kill me if I was to see him rock up at Chelsea or Man United, but maybe Arsenal. A few people have mentioned Arsenal, but Ben White remains Leeds United's #1 target. They have also mentioned a number of other links, and I know I brought it to you day after day after day, but Juan Foyth is still up there. You know, he's been credited with interest all throughout Bielsa's tenure. They've also gone on to say Ben Wilmot, who has spent a season on loan at Swansea City from Watford, who are now relegated. So could we go after Ben Wilmot? Don't know much about him. And also Ben Cabango, who I have seen a lot of and have seen a lot mentioned by the Welsh club Swansea and their fans. So Ben Cabango is another one that could be on the list. And this is the thing, guys. I keep saying it. If Ben White doesn't get done, we'd all be gutted. But ultimately, there's other options there. You've got Foyth, Cabango, a number of options, and I genuinely think the club will be making contingency plans at getting these players in. And if Bielsa can do to what he did to Ben White in a season, he can do it to another player. He's done it to KP, he's done it to Harrison, he's done it to a number of individuals, he's done it to Cooper. Do you know what I mean? So have faith. If we can't get Ben White done, we will get a replacement, and he will be brought up to that level. Fingers crossed anyway, guys. Another one which has been mentioned, again, a little bit left field, but again, if Phil's reporting it, it's got to be on. It's Icelandic international, Hjörtur Hermanusson. If there are any Icelandic fans watching, please let me know if I've got that right. But he's currently with Brøndby in Denmark. Again, you know, these are ones that can be looked at and probably can be got for a lesser fee. And like Phil here says in the article there, we're going to need extra bodies anyway, with the fact that Gaetano Berardi is out injured long-term with his ACL injury, which could, you know, roll on for about 9 months, I believe. He's been for surgery in Barcelona, as you've seen in, you know, all over social media. And as Berardi puts it, I feel fucking great. That, for me, was one of the best moments of the night when Leeds United lifted the trophy on the infamous bus. But like I say, guys, let's say, for example, we do get Ben White. What's to say we don't bring, you know, the likes of a Hermanusson in any way as cover, or we bring in a Ben Cabango, etc. So these are ones that really excite me. And if, as I said, if Phil's reporting it, it's got to be bob on. Another option is left back. I know left back's been mentioned by Benjamin Bloom. Left back was mentioned by Ryan Dilks of the second tier when they had them on as well. And Bielsa and Leeds United see that as an option that needs strengthening. Of course, we've got Stuart Dallas there, Barry Douglas and Jani Alioski. I seen that and I looked and I thought, do you know what? I don't think we will go after a left back, but it looks to seem that the club want a left back that's going to hold down that position, because we've seen before with the likes of Baza and Jani, they haven't been able to do it. And Leeds have actually shown interest in Joe Bryan. That one excites me. Loves an assist. But then again, so did Barry, if you remember. But he's been great at Fulham this season and is an all-rounder, likes to attack and overlap. As always, Bielsa's fullbacks do. So again, guys, I bring it to you. Who do you want to win the playoffs? Because if Fulham don't go up, we could go in for Mitrovic and Bryan. You know, maybe even Michael Hector. Who knows? If Brentford don't go up, we could be after Watkins and Benrahma and maybe Rico Henry. Do you know what I mean? So there is a lot riding on this Championship playoff final, and we'll be doing a watch along for that. So let us know in the comments and make sure you join us for that. So that's that, guys. There's also Yasser Larauchi, who has been mentioned. I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, who is another one who is at Liverpool. But again, Liverpool will want a price, and even if we get him on loan, Liverpool will put in clauses in the contract that basically states that if he doesn't play an X amount of games, then you're due a fine in effect. So that's one that you always have to be mindful of. And do you know what? From Liverpool, it's a fantastic strategy. Let's be honest. And this one for me is the one that excites me the most. Is Florenzi. Florenzi at Roma. Top fullback, genuinely. Can play at fullback and can also come into midfield. Listen, I know a lot about this kid Florenzi just from time on FIFA and watching European football when I can, but honestly, Florenzi is a top level operator. Listen, he will be well sought after. The likes of Sampdoria, Fiorentina and Atalanta are all very, very keen on Florenzi. But genuinely, guys, if you don't know about Florenzi, look him up. Look, a lot of these teams, Sampdoria, Atlanta, etc., they do operate in Europe. It might be a very difficult one to get done, but if we can get Florenzi done genuinely, he's a top level fullback. And when I seen that this morning in the article, it really got me excited. I'm not going to lie, because he's a top operator. They've also gone on to mention a number of other names. Of course, I know other people have mentioned this. Lucas Martinez Quarta from River Plate. Centre-back, I believe. And, of course, we have also mentioned Thiago Almeida. But Phil does go on to say the bulk of their signings this summer are expected to come from the English League. The strategy has worked for Bielsa and Leeds, and they're keen not to deviate from that. And, of course, when you're with Bielsa, you've got to come in with the right attitude, right work ethic. Whether or not a Florenzi is willing to do that at that stage of his career, is a Mitrovic, for example. But, look, that's really solid, good links brought to you today from Sir Philip of here. Honestly, they really excite me, and it shows that Leeds United are making moves. Let me know who you would like out of them. I've not brought you any paper guff today. There's a lot out there, but I just wanted to bring you the solid news that comes from Philip of here or Graham Smythe. And when it does, I'll get it reported to you as best you can. Now, moving on slightly to a little bit of news, guys. Marcelo Bielsa has won Championship Manager of the Month. Recently awarded LMA Championship Manager of the Year. There's the tweet from LUFC data. I've told you many times before, if you're not following them, make sure you do. But look at Marcelo Bielsa's tenure at Leeds United. You've got a championship title, FIFA Fair Play Award, LMA Championship Manager of the Year Award, a club record points total, 3 Championship Manager of the Month, and highest ever win percentage at Leeds. And he's the first Leeds manager to win 3 monthly awards since David O'Leary. And regardless of what you think of David O'Leary, guys, when he was here, I mean, we were in the Champions League, for God's sake. We were doing really well. So it just shows you. I mean, no one's going to match that. And listen, it's only 13 more games as well before this is Bielsa's longest job in club football and games played. So, do you know what I mean? It's outstanding what that man has done in such a short space of time. And if we can get him some of these players that are linked, I genuinely feel we'll be totally fine and knocking on that door of European football. And finally, guys, if you could please check out LUFC Lewis's new tune. They're actually, at this as it moments, I believe, 14th in the actual overall charts and in the top 10 for pop songs. So make sure you get that link. Let's get Leeds United to number 1 or as close to as possible. And you've even got Wainman in that little image there that's been used as the front cover. So that's always nice to see. Guys, we will also have a live stream podcast type of video coming for you Saturday lunchtime, which will have Jinder Jade, who did the Bangra Leeds United song. We'll have Paul Wilson, who is always putting out Leeds United songs, has an album. And we will have LUFC Lewis as well to talk about their chart-topping, table-topping songs. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a watch-along for the FA Cup final, Arsenal versus Fat Frank's Chelsea. So keep it locked to All Leeds TV. Sorry, guys, a little bit longer than normal. I know you like it short and snappy, but I had loads and loads of news to give you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash a like on the video, share and subscribe, and go get your Funky Friday shirt on, man, and have a good weekend, and we'll see you over the weekend. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.